Hey there, it's Ryan Liberty, and in this video I'm going to answer the question, what is agoraphobia? Let's find out.
Ooh, ah.
Okay, so here we are. We're going to answer the question, what is agoraphobia? But first, I need to go over a few things, so just hold tight for 1 second. The things that I'm giving you here are just a basic description of what agoraphobia is. It is not the diagnostic criteria, and it should not be used to diagnose yourself or somebody else. Only a trained professional should be doing that, so do not use this for that purpose. Also, the label agoraphobia, if in any way that doesn't aid in your healing or the healing of somebody else, if it feels like too much to take on that label, there's no need to use the label. The label is just there to point you towards a set of patterns of just to give you an idea of what we're looking at. So you don't have to use the word agoraphobia if you're not comfortable with it. That's perfectly fine. So what is agoraphobia? Let's get into it. I've got some notes here to make sure I'm giving you good information. Agoraphobia is characterized by fear of public spaces, both open and closed. So it could be out in the middle of a football field, it could be stuck in a small elevator. Whatever the situation is, it's usually a public space, and it revolves around a feeling of not being able to get to safety, to get help, and sometimes it revolves around a feeling that there might be a panic attack or something, and we won't be able to get the help we need for that type of a circumstance. So usually when you have agoraphobia, you're going to avoid any situation in which you feel that way. So if you feel in a crowded mall like you're not safe and you won't be able to get to safety, you'll just avoid the mall. The fear is always out of proportion to the situation that you're in. Now, if you were stuck in a cave and the entrance was blocked off, then you would have a good reason to be afraid. However, if you're in a parking lot in a public space in the middle of the day and there's people around, it's out of proportion to what the normal fear that somebody else would feel in that same situation. Because of agoraphobia, you're typically going to feel stress in your day-to-day life. It's going to make it difficult to function because, again, you're avoiding situations that most people put themselves in during their day-to-day life. And it's typically only said that you have agoraphobia when this is going on for 6 months or longer. So it's not like a PTSD reaction to something. It's a specific set of symptoms that have been going on for 6 months. It is something that is treatable. It can be treated with cognitive behavioral therapy as well as aided through medications such as SSRIs, SNRIs, and benzodiazepines. So consult with a therapist or a psychiatrist that will be able to aid you, and they can come up with some kind of a program to help you heal through this. Now, what does it feel like experiencing agoraphobia? Now, like most of the anxiety disorders, your symptoms are going to revolve around what it feels like to have anxiety. So, sweating, tingling in the fingers and the toes, chest pains, shortness of breath, hot and cold flashes, heart palpitations, chest pain, nausea, anything that has to do with anxiety. I do have a video about what is anxiety if you want to check that out. And I do also have a video about what are panic attacks, which also happen sometimes in conjunction with agoraphobia. Thinking-wise, what's going on inside your head when agoraphobia is happening? There's a fear or a feeling that you're going to die, that you're not safe. So you're thinking thoughts like, I'm not going to be safe, I'm going to die, I can't get out of here, I can't feel safe. There's also fears of having a panic attack, depending on how it manifests. Now, just to be clear, while I'm speaking on this, agoraphobia does not have to include panic attacks, but they're often linked together, so I just wanted to mention them here because you often have one and the other going hand in hand. Emotionally, when you are agoraphobic, you have this dread, just like, and it's very similar to panic disorder, where you have a dread, you have this feeling that you're losing control, you feel ashamed and you feel embarrassed because you feel so out of control, and you're always a little bit worried and preoccupied about when is the next panic attack going to happen, or you're having a strong reaction to the situations that you find yourself in. And behaviorally, you're going to find that you avoid those situations as much as possible because they cause you such distress and such anxiety. This is a very difficult thing to live with. And often somebody who has agoraphobia feels like they need somebody else to be around them, like a safety person, somebody that they can feel they can go out with and feel safe because that person's around. So this has just been a quick little overview about what agoraphobia is. I hope that it gives you a good wide human perspective on it so that you can think a little further about how it shows up in your life or the life of the ones that you loved. I appreciate your interest in learning about this topic, and I thank you for joining me. Hey, it's Ryan Liberty. If you liked that video, please give it a thumbs up, share with a friend, and leave any questions or comments below because that would really help me out. If you find that you're stressed trying to achieve your goals, I have a free tool for you today that will help you get your goals done, so click to get that. And if you'd like to see the rest of my videos, click subscribe. As always, I want to remind you that your life matters. Nobody can question your worth. However it is that you're feeling, whatever it is that you're going through, it's okay, and you are loved. Thanks again for watching.